Hi, my name is Linda, and this is a short tutorial on the Patron database screen. The database screen is used for patron and organization management. You can create and edit patron records, create notes and tasks, add patrons to lists, view order history, and more. There's a lot of information included in the database screen. Tooltips have been added at various spots on the page. These tooltips open a modal with additional help. Please take a few minutes to read through some of the tooltips when utilizing the database screen. From the database screen, you can search for patron records based on information in the Notes, Tasks, and Activities section. We'll take a look at the Notes, Tasks, and Activities section later in this video. Let's begin with creating a new patron record. Notice the required fields have a red asterisk next to them. The other fields are optional, though it's best to get as much information as possible, as this will enable you to connect better with your patrons. Once you've entered all the patrons' information you want to include, simply click Save New Patron. Once the record is saved, you can complete transactions and perform other patron management tasks, such as adding the patron to a list or create customized notes in the patron's record. The left side of the database screen includes contact information and the patron's order history, if applicable. We'll work our way down the screen discussing the various sections as we go. At the top of the screen, there is a checkbox to mark the patron's record inactive. This is not the same as deleting the patron. Inactivating a record retains all the patron's history, but no transactions can be performed under the patron's name when their account is inactive. They will not receive marketing emails, even if they have opted to receive them prior to marking their record inactive. To inactivate an account, simply check the Inactive checkbox and click Update Patron Record. Once a patron record is inactive, the input fields are disabled and a warning is displayed at the top of the screen, letting you know that the record is now inactive. Uncheck Inactive to make the account active again, then click Update Patron Record. Inactive differs from delete. You cannot delete a patron record if the patron has any order history, is linked to other household members, is on a list, or has an existing login associated with their email address. Notice that any email address you include in the patron's record is set to no email by default. You must obtain consent from the patron prior to sending marketing emails. This can be done verbally or by sending the patron an email requesting consent. When you uncheck the No Email checkbox, a modal appears with the consent options. If the patron has given verbal consent, you can click I have consent and the patron will be able to receive marketing emails. If you don't have verbal consent, you must click Please Send Opt-in Request. This will send an email request to the patron. If the patron declines, they will not receive marketing emails. Patrons who opt out of receiving marketing emails will still receive confirmation emails for transactions completed under their name. Further down the page, you will see two address sections. The top address section is usually all you will need to complete when creating a new patron record. The billing address section is only required if the person's credit card billing address is different than their home address. Leave it blank if they do not have a separate billing address. You can also set preferences for postal mail and phone communication. Below that is a place to include the patron's birth date. This is necessary if the patron plans to enroll for classes that have age restrictions. You will see order history and donation information for each patron on the database screen. If a patron purchases a membership, their donor information is listed below the birth date fields. Below membership information, you will see a section titled Note to House Manager. Note to House Manager appears on door list reports. Notes can pertain to a specific event, a note about seating preferences, donation information, or anything you want to convey about the patron. At the bottom of the page is the patron's order history. You can click the View button next to any transactions to see and edit details about the transaction. Moving to the right side of the database screen, you can link the patron record to an organization. You can add the patron to a household or check for duplicate patron records. You can also create a new household member based on the current patron's contact information. The name for publication field is intended for donor acknowledgement, such as a show playbill printing. The Notes, Tasks, and Activities section are customer relationship management tools. The Add button allows you to create a note, task, or activity. These can be assigned to you or other administrators. For a more comprehensive look at our CRM feature, please visit our knowledge base article in our Help Center. Lastly, you can add and remove a patron and their household members to or from any of your lists. Not only can lists be used to send marketing emails, you can also apply pricing rules to list subscribers. To add a patron to an existing list, simply click the List drop-down and select the list you wish to add the patron to. Click Entire Household if you want to add all associated members to the list. Then click Save. If a patron is added to a list, you can view the list members by clicking the View link. The Organizations database screen works similar to the Patron database screen, only it's used to manage your business relationships. That is our Patron database screen in a nutshell. I hope this information has been helpful. Please visit our Help Center for other useful videos. If you need further assistance, feel free to contact Client Services. Thank you and have a wonderful day.